Yemen's internationally recognized government says it's retaken two major areas that make up nearly half of the country's territory. Hadramout and al-Mahrah were seized by the separatist Southern Transitional Council, or STC, in December. The two regions hold nearly all of the country's oil reserves. Pro-government forces have been battling the UAE-backed separatists for weeks. The Presidential Leadership Council, or PLC, says government fighters now have full control. Well, Al Jazeera's Hashem Ahelbarra is in Riyadh now. What is the stance of the PLC here, Hashem? It's a very complicated situation, you know, with militia and people changing sides all the time as well. Can you unpack it all for us?
Well, Rashad, the PLC, which is Yemen's Presidential Leadership Council backed by the UN and Saudi Arabia, is dismantling all the structures, institutions, military factions inherited from the era of the STC, which stands for the pro-separatists in South Yemen. Yesterday, the leader of the PLC, Rashad al-Alimi, who's the president of Yemen, said that his forces took over all the military bases in Hadramout and al-Mahrah. They're expanding their influence, and that this time they're going to put together a new military institution, and they are revamping the entire army. In a way, they are sidelining all the separatists who in the past wanted to break away from the north. So from a Saudi perspective and also from a PLC perspective, the era of the STC is over. The era of Zubaidi, based now in the United Arab Emirates, is over. Quite earth-shattering political and military developments on the ground in southern Yemen, which gives you a clear indication that Saudi Arabia is definitely going to have the upper hand.
So, I mean, Hashem, where does this then leave Yemen, and where does this actually leave ties between Abu Dhabi and Riyadh?
There are strained relations over the past few weeks, particularly over south of Yemen. Now, the chairman of the PLC, Rashad al-Alimi, who's for the time being based here in Riyadh, issued a stark warning yesterday to the Houthis, backed by Iran, who control the northern part of Yemen. He said, you have two options: come together around the negotiating table and negotiate a comprehensive peaceful plan, or you will face a military option. Now, the Houthis still insist they are the only legitimate authority in Yemen, and that the authority extends beyond Sana'a all the way towards the south. The Saudi-backed government based in Aden, led by Rashad al-Alimi, says that the Houthis usurped power in 2014. Therefore, they are illegitimate. They should step aside. Otherwise, it's going to be war once again in Yemen. So against the backdrop of this complex geopolitical realignment in the entire Yemen, the entire region, what happens next is going to be the extremely most important political development the entire region has seen.
Hashem, thank you so much. Hashem Ahelbarra there, joining us from Riyadh.
Don't miss out. Get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.